What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be installing the Delicious Tuning electronic boost controller onto the BRZ. I'm wearing the same outfit as last time, even though this is a different day for you. I'm recording these videos 5 minutes apart, so let's get into it. As we discussed in the last video, and sorry this chair is so creaky. I keep stopping to say what I said again, but I'm over it. As we went over in the last video, broke down the parts list on the BRZ, what everything costs, show you how you can do it for under 3 grand. Still remaining under that 3 grand, and this is something I highly recommend. I haven't seen anybody install it either. It's pretty simple, but I think still having a little video to follow along is helpful. All right, why am I beating around the bush? Here it is. The Delicious Tuning electronic boost controller, especially since we are using an eBay turbo. I would like to try to take as many precautions as possible to eliminate this thing from having any potential boost creep or anything like that that can mess us up. That's where this comes in. This is $149. You can find it on other sites for $139. I think it varies between different models. I didn't pay attention at first. I almost bought the HKS one. It doesn't really matter. It just changes its install location. Unboxing it here, I'll make this quick. You have the actual device itself, mounting hardware, several zip ties, key tag, vacuum line. Be careful when you're ordering because it does say add 5 foot of vacuum line or something like that, and it already comes with it. So make sure you don't add that on there. Without further ado, let's get into the install. All right, so jumping into this here, we are going to actually mount this to this compressor side housing bolt. We're gonna bolt that, sandwich that in there. You have different ports, 1, 2, and 3. Number 3 will actually be coming from the compressor housing. Number 2 will be going back into the wastegate. And number 1 is just either gonna vent to atmosphere or you can recirculate it back in through the intake, but we are gonna let that vent to atmosphere. We're gonna clean these lines up and plug it in back there where it needs to be. Let's start. All right, once all your vacuum lines are ran, it should look something like this. Remember, number 3 is going to the compressor housing. Number 2 is going to the wastegate. And this is an internally wastegated setup, so obviously I don't need that much line. If you have an external wastegate, that's where that 5 foot of hose will come in. And now we're gonna run this up to the top there, plug her in. Gonna take some of those included zip ties and try to clean it up and follow a good path to make it look OEM. So we're actually gonna plug it into this blue connector here. I'm gonna decide to run this underneath the manifold, the intake manifold, just to try to hide it, and then we will work on cleaning up these lines. All right, so there we have it. Everything ran real nice, easy, clean. Ran this cable back underneath this, added a zip tie on that side, and a zip tie to these cables over here. Didn't want it flailing around, hitting anything. Kept it on the other side of this. I'd probably get some more wrap, but I think this stuff right here will be more than sufficient. And done. All right, I hope you guys found this little installation follow along easy and helpful. Super simple, probably doesn't need a video, but in case anyone was looking for one, here it is. And even though it's simple, I'm sweating right now because I have this jacket and one of those zip ties for some reason just didn't want to cut, so I just cut it with a razor blade. Don't do that. If you have wire snips, do it. So, appreciate you guys watching this today. If you found it helpful or anything like that, I do plan on making more videos on things similar to this that people may be interested in, that there's just not anything up. So, please drop a comment, like, subscribe, do all those good things, and I'll see you all in the next one.